Alright everybody, LSD here, and today we'll be ranking the possible Trump VP picks. That the big four that people have been talking about this week. Because, I don't know, these are the big four. So first, Tim Scott, who has consistently been on this list for months. So here, I just have a little pro-con sheet. Fairly limited, but whatever. He definitely helps with the black vote, though I don't think that it would help him by a lot. Especially since Trump is already polling decently well with black voters. I think he would do... I think maybe he gives Trump an extra 2 or 3%, but not an extra... But not a whole lot. The bad thing about him is that he's for a national abortion ban, or at least he's indicated that he is. And Trump is trying to steer clear of something like that with his whole taking the it should be a state issue kind of stance that he's been taking. So there's that. Hopping over to JD Vance. He helps Trump win Ohio, plus other Rust Belt states to some extent. He's basically modern Pence. He's basically the modern Pence. However, he underperformed compared to other Republicans in 2022. Now, the Senate races are also a lot more contentious than other statewide races, but or like generally like being a lot closer. But still, he underperformed by a fairly significant amount. And he also Trump doesn't need Vance to win Ohio. Trump has like a 95% chance of winning Ohio. So, yeah, I don't think, once again, I don't think Vance is a great choice. Rubio. Here we get to some possible pretty good pick. He helps Trump with a little Latino vote, and he's young, which helps him with young voters. So, relatively young for politics, anyways. The issue with him is that Trump or Rubio would have to change residence, or Trump wouldn't get the 30 EVs from Florida, which he needs. Theoretically, if he wins every single swing state, he doesn't need Florida, but like it's something you'd like to have, so you can just flip Georgia, Arizona, and Wyoming, and Wisconsin. So you just have to flip 3 rather than like all of them, or maybe all but one. I think it's all but one, if I remember correctly. So that's why I have him at second. The 4 we're doing was the first place goes to Stefanik. She helps a lot with fundraising, although given post-conviction how much money Trump has raised, that's not a real issue. Trump has raised like 400 million the first like 72 hours after. She definitely helps with women, especially from the suburbs, given that Trump has been found liable for sexual harassment and whatnot, and for defamation. And the cons that she obviously can't give Trump New York. Trump is not winning New York. That would be like if Biden won Wyoming. Maybe not quite as crazy, but it would be similar. Also, the Republicans may not want to lose her in the House, given the fact that she's the 4th highest ranking Republican in the House at the moment, and she is competent at her job. So, all in all, if we're only looking at the impact for Trump and not counting this, Stefanik I do think takes first place, Rubio is second, and Vance and Scott are tied. If I had to say, I would say I think Vance is slightly better than Scott, only because he's from the Rust Belt, and that right now to Trump is going to be a lot more important than the Sun Belt, which Trump is almost certainly going to win Georgia. I have him win. Like Trump has like a 70-75% chance of winning Georgia. Biden could win it. It's just extremely unlikely. versus Ohio is basically, like I said earlier, I think what did I say, like a 90% chance. Um, versus Wisconsin, I have Trump probably gets a 60% chance of winning Wisconsin. Um, Michigan is pretty much a 50-50. Pennsylvania is tilting towards Trump. JD Vance might help him there. He also might hurt him. It kind of depends. I don't know how Vance is perceived in Pennsylvania. That's going to be one, if not the most important states. So yeah, these. So yeah, the shorts connected to this video will of course be just showing how I think each pick will affect the electoral vote outcome. So yes, thank you all for watching and have a wonderful day, and thank you for listening to my rambling. LSD out.